Hey my crafters, and welcome back to Krafting the Craft with Oasis. Of course, that's me, y'all. Y'all see what we're about to do, so let's just get started. Okay guys, so first thing we're going to do is blow up this balloon. My kids love balloons, so I have a little thing, whatever it's called, to blow up the balloon for me. And what I'm doing is I'll expand it more than what's needed. That way I can kind of shape it, kind of sort it to an egg as the air comes out. And then I'm going to tie it. And you can see this on the other side. This one doesn't come out perfect, but eh. So here's nothing special. I'm just ripping up the paper so that we have the paper ready to put on the balloon. Okay, so now what I'm about to do is mix the glue. Don't really have a ratio. You just want to dilute the glue so that it'll penetrate the fibers in the paper so that it's not sitting on top of the paper. It actually gets into the paper, and this is what helps to harden the egg so that you can pop the balloon later. Okay, so right now I'm about to put some tape on the top of the balloon. It's like a little nipple there, and I really don't want my eggs to have a nipple. So what I'm going to do is put tape on that top side because the bottom side is going to be exposed. So I'm just pushing it down so that that nipple won't be in the shape. So here we get to work the spell. First of all, I'm adding cinnamon. If you add nothing else, all you really need is cinnamon. Cinnamon is prosperity. Cinnamon is also great in attraction work. And to cover your tracks, if someone asks why you're mixing cinnamon with the glue, cinnamon stops with the mildew process and the mildew smell. So it's perfect all the way around. Now I also add ginger for a little added attraction, and I add my money flow powder, which on my website I believe I changed the name of it. And I also add a little bit of my Will My Way attraction powder because this is going to attract and prosper my intentions for the new year. And we're going to work it into the glue so the glue can work into the fibers of the egg. So the very essence of the egg is to attract and prosper my intentions. So now we're going to actually start to make the actual egg. And as you see, I am making sure that the glue is going to be pressed into that paper to fully saturate it so that the powders are in the essence of the actual egg. Now, you want to make the paper small enough so that it'll form around the egg kind of seamlessly, but once it's saturated, it'll move around its own, or you could just like rip the edges and it'll lay down much better that way. So I wanted to show you this clip just so you know, things can go happen. My balloon started to deflate, so I got to start over with this one and make a whole new one. But yeah, always make more than one, y'all. Always. Okay, here guys, the first layer is dry, so now it's time to write my prayer on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the prayer directly on the egg, which this is what makes the egg itself this spell. If you do nothing else, this is all you have to do. And then once I get finished this, I'm going to put another layer of the paper on it, and I rotate this about till I get to about 4 or 5 layers. So on this layer is going to be my words of power, the prayer, and then on the next layer, once that dries, it's going to be my petition, and then on top of that is going to be another set of prayers or words of power. Okay, so here we're putting on layer 2. Now keep in mind this is the same glue. All I did was cover it and put it on altar as well, so it charged along with the egg. And now we're going to use this to cover, to make the second layer to cover it. But what I want to tell y'all though is that this is not a fast smell. A fast smell. This is not a fast spell. This actually takes about a week to create because the layers have to dry in between time. So take your time with this. Don't get frustrated. Try not to be a perfectionist. Just do whatever you can. And you see there, I'm snipping it just so it'll lay down better. That's why I want to make the little marks so they'll lay down and cover over better. So now all my eggs are completely dry. As you can see, I did about the last coat makes about 5 layers of the paper, and again right in between each layer. And now I'm just popping the balloons so I can take it out, and I'm showing you how I do that. And you do kind of have to put in a little muscle work just to let you know. It ain't gonna come out that easy. So here's where I'm writing out my intentions that I want to manifest and attract to me in the year to come. You can make out any intentions that you want, however many you want, as many as you want. And now all I did was cut them out, and I'm going to roll it up. It don't really matter which way you roll them. I switched the way that I roll them just because I like to have the words on the inside. But we're just going to roll them, and now we're just going to stuff them into the egg, as many as you want in each egg. Whoo, child, we are finally almost on our last step, which is to close that hole. Now, I can't emphasize enough how that this is not a fast spell. Through the power of editing, it looks like it, but this should really take you about a week to do. Remember, you have to let the layers dry in between time and charge it, and each layer takes about 24 hours to dry, so depending on how many layers you do, depending on how many days it's going to be. So don't get frustrated. Know that it's going to take a couple of days. Know that you're going to have to do at least 3 layers to make it hard enough for when you pop the balloon, and then layers after that, that's up to your comfort zone. But yeah, take your time, have fun with it, and make as many as you like. Almost time to decorate. Yeah, buddy. Now here's the fun part. Now I already put 1 layer of white on this egg, and I really only did 1 layer. 1 layer. I really only did 1 layer. Right now I am putting Mod Podge, I believe this one's the gloss Mod Podge, over top of this egg. And I'm not really going to show you the process of all 3 eggs. I'll show you all 3 eggs at the end. But this is just really a piece of napkin that had a design on it, and I ripped it off the napkin, cut it out, and then you have to separate the layers of it because napkins normally have at least 2 layers, and you want to separate to its most translucent layer, being very careful, and then you're going to put it on top like so, or any way that you want it. Or you don't have to use napkins. You can really decorate these any way that you want. Okay, here it's just a little too clean edge for me, so I go in and add just a little bit more white just to, I don't know, give it something. But again, you know, this part really don't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. The base of the spell is already done. Now you're just really covering up the spell, make it look cute. So here I'm just showing you a glimpse of one of the other eggs that I decorated. I was determined to use that metallic purple since it did not show up on my Blossom Buddy. But then you'll see a little later on how I go back and cover most of it up. I don't know why I do this to myself. The art process, man. The art process. So this is some, I don't know, iridescent pearl puff paint thingies that I have. And this is the gold one. But anyway, I just felt the picture was a little too flat, and I wanted just to give a little bit of dimension. But this is totally extra. Again, it's your egg. Decorate it the way you want to, how you see fit. Do as little or as much as your spirit says. Go. So here they are fully finished. And what you do is you just put them in a basket and you say your prayers over them. If you can light candles, then light candles, but you really don't have to. It's a paper spell. And again, you could write these for anything. You could do it to attract love. You could do it to attract money. You can do it for protection. For any intentions, and you're just going to keep them there and you're going to charge them. And then in the new years to come, next spring, what you'll do is you'll just make another egg to add to it. So eventually you'll have a full Easter egg basket. And it just looks like artwork. No one will ever know. The whole thing is a big basket of spells. And now you can see how an idea of how you can have them arranged in a makeshift little Easter box or a little box. Just to show a way that you can display them. But yeah, guys, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to comment below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.